What's happening, everybody?
Woo!
So all night they've been calling me the Virgin, which is cool. Speaking of virgins, I was hanging out with a hooker the other night, and it was really weird. It's not even a joke. I didn't know she was a hooker at first. I found that out later. Me and my friend Patrick went to a bar. He performed the night. We go to this bar. God, this is great. And there's this, met the skateboard guy. And this girl at the bar, and the seat opened up, and I was like, okay, it's Patrick's girlfriend's girl's seat. So I sit down there. And we're sitting there, I'm talking to her, and I'm here to talk to this other guy, and she said like the craziest shit to this guy. And he's hitting on her. And she's like, yeah, this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, man, this guy was really fucking going to town on me the other night. Check out my boobs, they're all purple. And just shows his dude her boobs. And I was like, I like this girl. I gotta get in this conversation somehow. So he leaves, and we start talking. And we're really hitting it off. She's from Massachusetts, I'm from Massachusetts. It's just fire at every level. And so we're talking, all of a sudden, like, my fucking phone starts going off. And I was like, that's great, haha. Yeah, that's, the thing about Massachusetts is the hot dogs are fucking killer. Anyway, what's this? And it's a text from Patrick being like, yo, that chick's a hooker. And I was like, what is this about? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's a hooker. So anyway, the thing about this and that. And he's like, listen, the bartender told me, my girlfriend told me, that girl is a hooker. And I was like, Patrick, it's cool, man, it's cool. I don't want to have sex with this girl anymore. So I keep talking to her, and now I just want her to admit she's a hooker, which she won't do. Which apparently she's been doing to everyone else, the bartender, Patrick's girlfriend, and just going on and on and on. And I'm trying like every way to get this girl to admit she's a hooker. So finally I'm talking to her, and excuse me. So I'm talking to her, I was like, all right, you're from Massachusetts. What are you doing here in New York? And she's like, I'm here on business. I was like, gotcha. What do you do for a living? And she's like, it's stupid stuff. It's stupid stuff. You want to know about it? I was like, all right, let me try another angle here. And I was like, what about that guy you were talking before? He seemed really going for it. He seemed to really like you. What happened? She's like, yeah, well, the thing is, I fucked his friend like 3 days ago, so he thought he was going to get some. And I was like, why would he think that? And this girl looked at me, and she said, because I would do anything for 2 bags of cocaine. And I was like, man, this is a touchy subject. I gotta be honest here. I said, all right, cool. Well, I got 1 in my pocket. Where do we go from here? Nowhere. So anyway, I was like, all right, I gotta go. This is ridiculous. You want to admit you're a hooker? I have no money. 1 bag of cocaine, which is clearly not the magic number. So we go to leave, and I was like, all right, hey, hooker, man, it's really cool meeting you. Later, maybe you'll catch me on Facebook. She's like, no, it knows my real name. I don't use my real name on Facebook. I was like, cool, fine, whatever. So she gives me a kiss on the lips. And I leave. I was like, man, I just kissed a hooker. That's crazy. Hookers don't let you kiss them, right? That's like the craziest shit. So that was a Tuesday night. So next night I come here, it's Wednesday, going to trivia, see Patrick. Patrick, what's up? Hey, man, we hung out with a hooker last night. That shit's crazy. I can't believe it. He's like, I know, man. Remember that really annoying guy walking around the bar? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, that dude, you were really pissed at him. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember now. When we first got there, was a little dude in like a white shirt and tie, jumping around, high-fiving everybody. I was like, man, get the fuck out of my face. He's like, I ran into that guy later. After he left the bar, went to another bar, he was there buying more coke, so she'd blow him. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, that was the dude. He was giving her 2 bags of cocaine, she was blown in the bathroom. And I was like, what the fuck? She was kissing me on the lips. And he's like, oh man, I can't believe you kissed the hooker. And that is pretty much the epitome of me and Patrick's relationship. I got a little cheat sheet here, because I've never done comedy before, I didn't want to forget my jokes. There's only 4 words on it, so don't think I'm cheating too much. But I love hanging out with Patrick. Patrick likes to live vicariously through me and anyone else he's hanging around with. He's always like, oh man, we gotta drink and we'll get fucking wasted. He's like, oh man, you should fuck that girl. I was like, nah, Patrick, I don't want to fuck that girl, she's weird. He's like, oh no, you should have sex with her. I was like, why don't you? He's like, I have a girlfriend, I love my girlfriend, I would never do anything to my girlfriend. I was like, alright, that's a good point. He's like, for me. I was like, I don't want to have sex with this girl. But my friend had sex with her. He said it was the best sex she ever had. Anyway, a couple more drinks. Woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, I wake up. My head's throbbing. Tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth. I look over. I'm in bed with a goblin. What the? I was like, whoa, shit. The goblin's there. Anyway, nice to meet you. I'll catch you. You got my number. And definitely that night, I'll go see Patrick. I'm like, Patrick, what the fuck? What are you talking about? You told me to have sex with that girl. I did. It was disgusting. What's wrong with you? Oh, you had sex with that girl? I said, you told me to. No, I didn't. No. My friend had sex. We should never have sex with that girl. Trust me. Ben knows. Ben sounds like he's fallen victim to the same thing that I have. But, anyway. So anyway, the night after me and Patrick hang out with this hooker, we go back to the same bar. Now, I'm not saying I was trying to hang out with the hooker again. I'm not saying I'm not trying to hang out with the hooker again either. But we go, and there's nobody there, so we're there. Just get drunk, and then Lulu shows up. And I don't know how many of you guys drink on the Lower East Side of that, but Lulu is the little lady that comes around and sells bootleg cigarettes for like $6 a pack and bootleg DVDs for $5 each. So I was pumped. I was like, oh, Lulu, do you have the Muppet movie? And she's like, no Muppet movie. I was like, come on, what do you got? So we look at all the movies, and all of a sudden Patrick is like, got any porn? And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And all of a sudden Lulu whips out, oh, this bootleg porn! And it's just splayed across a pool table. And so again, just like when Patrick tells me to have sex with a girl, I wake up the next morning, I'm in my house now, but there's like 5 porn DVDs around me. I'm horrified. I'm buying porn. Now look, I'm not anti-porn, but it's 2011. Who the fuck buys porn? You can go online. Porn is like farting, you know? Everybody does it, but you don't want to advertise it, you know? Oh, people come to my house, Pete Macy, what's up? Oh, Man of War CD, autographed Brett the Hitman Heart picture, 12 porn DVDs. What happened? Oh, I got really drunk, I'm sorry. I just can't win. And it wasn't even good ones. One time, my friend Jake, we were out, and Lulu showed up, and he bought me a porn. It was called This Ain't Good Times. This Ain't Good Times is a pornographic parody of the 70s sitcom Good Times. It's simultaneously the best and the worst porn I've ever seen. All I can say is you haven't seen it till you've seen the fake Jamie J.J. Walker say, Dynamite. Anyway, I think that's the end of my Patrick jokes. Just so you guys know, if you want to meet Patrick, he's the bartender here tonight. So the rad dude that's been serving you drinks, that is the Patrick that gets me into trouble all the time. Alright, I got a little more to go here. I didn't have a joke because I haven't had a girlfriend in 5 years. Woo! It's not even a fucking joke, it's just true. I've dated, you date girls here and there. I've been dumped by text message 3 times this year. Well, who over the age of 15 can say that besides me? This guy. Oh, geez, well, I'm sorry.
It's a brother.
Me and Phil, right? Maybe the same girls, I don't know. Getting dumped by text message fucking sucks. It's not even a joke, it's true. Anyway. The other night I went out with my friend, and he was having parties, the guy I work with. He's like, man, no party, come over. I was like, alright, so me and a couple guys I work with go over, and we're like, I was like, I'm gonna be classy tonight. I'm going to a house party, hors d'oeuvres, people I don't know. I'm gonna be cool. So we go to the liquor store and I buy a $50 bottle of Jameson. Yeah. Now I'm not saying I'm fucking, not sure with Johnny Walker Blue, but $50 bottle of Jameson is a lot for me, especially because I know when I'm buying it, I'm not taking it home. I'm buying it for the party. And I have all these dreams in my head. Oh man, I'm gonna get there, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, huzzah to the man who bought this bottle of Jameson. Round of shots for the whole party, to that dude with the glasses. However, what actually happens is, I'm at the party, and all of a sudden this guy comes up to me, and he slaps me on the shoulder, and he's like, who bought this? I was like, I did. He's like, I love you, let's drink it. And I was like, wait a second. I don't want to get beat up here, but okay, no problem. So we go over, and I was like, let's get some shot glasses. He busts out 2 pint glasses, pours his fucking self 4 fingers of $50 Jameson. And now I'm getting mad. Because I'm not saying, this dude is the one dude I know who wants to live up to the stereotype. He was Irish. I don't know what it is. I got like a bunch of Jewish friends. Someone's like tipping. Not for me. I've never seen my friend, I've never seen anybody be like, hey man, you're a little dude. Maybe you shouldn't eat all that pizza. That's 2 whole pizzas. That's too much for you. Hey, paisan. What are you, fucking nuts? I'm Italian. Maroon. Except this motherfucker's like, hey man, why don't you not drink all that? Hey, it's okay. I'm Irish. man. Chill the fuck out.
Jesus, Pete, I'm Irish.
I know. So we each drink. So now I'm just drinking with him to keep up. And so I drink like a fucking shitload of whiskey. And I'm like, oh man, I'm fucking wasted because I was drinking beer at the same time. And then he comes by and he's like, want me to top you off? Which I guess is Irish for, I'm going to drink another 4 fingers of your whiskey. So I was like, all right, man, cool. No problem. So he does that. And now I'm like fucking seeing double. I'm wasted. And this guy is going to town. And I'm like, listen, man, I didn't buy that fucking bottle for you, man. Chill out. He's like, it's all right. I'm Irish. I was like, all right, sure. And he's like, I got a dead hand. Okay. I was like, what? He's like, I have a dead hand. I'm a carpenter. I've been nailing nails for 10 years. I can't feel my hand. I was like, no way. He's like, check it out. And starts fucking wailing me in the leg. I was like, hey, jackass, I don't have a dead leg. That hurts like a fucking bitch. Stop doing that. And so finally, I had to go up to the host of the party, who's like a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. And I was like, Kevin, man, what the fuck? Your fucking boy's drinking everything and being a dickhead. He's like, it's that kind of a party. No one here knows Kevin except for probably Rubes, Kevin Stafford. He's a great dude, but he's not a dude that maybe doesn't party as hard as some of us. So I was like, all right, I get pissed off. Ultimately, I leave, and I was like, man, that guy really bummed me out. The next night, next day, I go to work and I was like, oh, my head hurts. I drank half a bottle of whiskey with fucking Andre the Giant's Irish cousin. It was crazy. He just punched me in the leg. He's drinking everything. They're like, oh, you don't know what happened, do you? And I was like, what happened? He's like, well, after you left, and this is my just rewards for fucking with me, I was like, Kevin got really drunk. He went to bed. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah. But then his friend went in his room and peed all over him. What? Like the dude that drank half a bottle of whiskey pissed all over the host of the party. And I was like, yes! Justice is mine. So anyway, despite what you've heard tonight, this is actually not my first stand-up comedy performance. It's actually my first since I was in James Tansey Elementary School. Performed in the 1988 talent show. I used to watch MTV's Half Hour Comedy Hour and I just recited a bunch of jokes from that and no one got them. The Bill Hicks I was dropping on him wasn't ready for the fucking 10-year-olds. Anyway, so I will leave you with this. This is actually the first joke I ever wrote. I don't expect you to laugh, it's fine, but I wrote this when I was like a little kid and I always wanted to tell this to a stand-up crowd audience, so this is my first time to do it. So here we go. I tried I can't believe it's not butter the other day. Let me tell you, I believe butter don't come in no tube. Thank you guys, good night.
Keep it going for the legend. All right, let's get the show rolling. We gotta